start with the name of Allah, who is the most beneficent and merciful. Class 06, Subject SST, Unit 3, Settlement. So students, we are going to read and learn and study about the settlement. How do people settle in different cities? How do people settle in different areas and why? Before we study about settlement, we must know about the area. Our topic is about what is a settlement. A settlement is a place where people live. A settlement can be as small as one house in the middle of its own farm, or as large as a big city with millions of people living there. So before this paragraph I already explained you about settlement, right? What types of settlement are there? In Pakistan we have 4 types of settlement. Number 1, in Pakistan we have 4 types of settlement. City, more than 1 lakh million people. Town, more than 5,000 people. Villages, fewer than 5,000 people. Farm, 1 or more families. Which type of settlement do you live in? Obviously, city. Huh? Okay. Now we go ahead. This is the picture of Karachi city, the capital city of Sindh. Right? Sindh is a province, Here is Chitral, a town in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. As you know, we have already discussed the settlement of Pakistan. This is the first kind of settlement in Pakistan is city where people live. Million of people live. Then we talk about town here. You see here is a town, small town, right, which is in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Right, Hada, a village in Punjab, and a farm. So these are the 4 kind of settlement in this picture to learn, right? So we can ask you this question: what type of settlements in Pakistan? We can ask you, how do you see the settlement of city? Where do you live? This is also a kind of a settlement, right? So you may explore many questions related to this topic. Okay? Now we go to the next page. My village. Here is a topic about my village. First, page number 27. Yes. Okay. So I think you might not have any friend who live in village, but definitely your father does. So if you ask your father, so definitely he would tell you that yes, I have friends or I have met people who live in village. Hello, my name is Raja. I live in a village called Hada in Punjab province. My village is 18 km from the city of Sargodha. There are about 4,000 people in my village. We have 2 mosques and a primary school. Most people work on the farms. There is a large canal that runs through the village that brings water from the river Jhelum. The water is used to grow our crops. There are lots of birds where I live. I like to watch them when I walk home from school. I have seen a plover, heron, kingfisher, woodpecker, and a crane. These are the names of the birds which he mentioned, and he told about that his village has 4,000 people. He has 2 mosques and primary school, right? So he is telling about his entertainment that when he passed through, so he watched different kind of birds. They are flying freely. Okay, now we go ahead here. Fact: Pakistan has more than 500 towns and cities. Pakistan has more than 50,000 villages. This is a great information for you. What to do in your notebook? Write about where you live. Is it a farm, a village, a town, or a city? Describe what is the land, what it is like, and what people do there. Include a list of some of the things your settlement has, such as school, shops, right? So this work you have to do. First you draw the title page and then start doing this work. If I were students, I would definitely do like this. Write about where you live. I live in Gulistan-e-Johar, Karachi city. Is it a farm, village? It's a city. Describe what is it like. It is very beautiful. Everything is very near to my house. The road is well planned. The trees are grown along the street, along the road. Street lamps runs or switch on every day after Maghrib, and it switch off before Fajr. The sweeper comes from the government side to clean my area, and my area is full of all compulsories. Okay, so I wrote about myself. Now you have to describe about your area, okay, where you live. After doing this, page number 27, then we go page number 28. The main settlement in Pakistan. Now we are going to discuss about it. Here is a map showing the main settlement in Pakistan. कि पाकिस्तान के अंदर main settlement क्या है, right? So you can see this map very closely and try to find out what is written. Name two places near the border with Afghanistan. So Afghanistan is here, so you have to tell these two places. You can also do it in your notebook. This is an activity which you have to do through this map. So you can write this question and then find the answer. Write this question, then find the answer from this page. And if you do not find any answer of this question, so you can take my help through. I have already given you my WhatsApp number, or when we have online session in English, so you can also discuss about it. I will tell you the solution. What does a place become settled? People choose to settle in a place for different reasons. Here are some of them. Why do people come from villages, or why do people come from live here but they are going to settle or they are going to switch? What is the basic reason? Number one is fresh water. That is a basic reason why a person come from the village to city, or city to town, or town to city, or city to farm. In the past, being near fresh water was one of the main reasons for settling in a place. Yes, sure. Like Indus River, Texla, Harappa, or in Karachi, also different historical places. So why the people have settled here? Because of water. Water is necessary for humans and animals to live. It is used for cooking, cleaning, and growing crops today. Water is still important, but it can be piped to places that do not have their own supply. I think very convenient to understand, very easy to understand that water is necessary for all of us, for all living things. So these all historical places are settled near the Indus River, so that all the basic fundamental need of human or living life is required because of fresh water, right? Now this is the first reason why people settle. Second reason is good soil. Farming settlement develop in areas of good soil. people set a farm to grow food for themselves as well as to settle food to make money. Second result of settling, if we are farmer or if we are going to switch from farm to a town or a town to village or village to farm, so these all settlement are necessary. It is not necessary for city life, because we people do not cultivate or aggregate the field. Okay. Number third is protection from enemies. In the past, settlements were often built as forts on high ground so the people could defend themselves from their enemies. पहले ज़माने में आपने पता है एज यू नो कि जिस तरह की सेटलमेंट होती थी, बड़ी बड़ी दीवारें बॉर्डर के करीब तैयार कर ली जाती थी ताकि कोई दुश्मन वहाँ से ना दाखिल हो सके. तो अगर हम शहर में शिफ्ट हो रहे हैं तो हम ये देखते हैं कि यार हमारी प्रोटेक्शन क्या है. गंदे लोग रहते हैं, अच्छे लोग रहते हैं, किस किस्म के लोग हैं, डकैतों के दरमियान में तो नहीं रह रहे. सो वी हैव टू सी दिस ऑल थिंग्स कि एरिया कैसा है, गंदा है, बुरा है, देन वी सेटल और then we take the decision. Number 4, forest. As in past, some rural areas today people live near forest, so they can use the trees to build houses and animal shelters. Wood is also used as fuel for cooking and heating. Okay. Number 5, trade. Many settlements grow where roads meet or along railway routes. This is because road and railways are used to transport goods and people from place to place. Settlements develop at places where the goods are bought and sold or where people work. Port settlements develop in places that have deep water where ships can enter safely. So trading is also very important in Karachi. There are 2 famous ports, right? The ancient town Mehergarh was a farming town in Balochistan. You can see the people were farming here. You may see here Rankot Fort in Sindh was built high in the mountain for protection. You see, Lahore in Punjab grew because it was an important trade route. You can see here is a route. Gwadar, that is a trading. So these all purposes of picture shows that trading or a kind of a good soil or all the basic reasons are required for this. Thank you very much, students. So we have studied till page number 29. So inshallah in coming classes you will have a second lecture of this chapter. Take care, अपना ख्याल रखें बहुत.